What is up, geeks and comic book freaks? Bam, down at Wizards Alley, and it's another Wednesday, another new comic book pick. It's new comic book day, like I've told you guys time and time again. It's my favorite day of the week. I get to read new comics, and if young me could have told old me that he was going to be reading comics every week at his own store, I'd have been super happy, dude. But let's get into it. So, I got a young adult pick for the week. The young adult pick is the Powerpuff Girls. If you're a fan of the old cartoon, you'll enjoy it as well. But it is more, I feel like, something that a young reader can pick up. Parents don't have to worry about it a whole lot. But Powerpuff Girls #2 is on the shelf for young readers. The one that was kind of surprising that I actually enjoyed, if you guys remember the 90s, there was a big boom of what was called Valiant Comics. Valiant's being relaunched, and they have a bunch of series that are dropping. Archer and Armstrong #1. And Archer and Armstrong's kind of like a detective / Indiana Jones type of deal. They fight a secret organization looking for artifacts, things like that. I enjoyed it. It's simple. It's not superhero books, so if you're looking for kind of a break from the superhero norm, it's a good place to go. But Archer and Armstrong #1 from Valiant is my second pick. The third one is completely nostalgia bait. And it's always going to be nostalgia bait. If it's Transformers or G.I. Joe, I'm on it. But this is a G.I. Joe #309. And the cool thing that people might not realize about this G.I. Joe book, also, let's real quick, there's Scarlet, Snake Eyes, and Storm Shadow on the cover. So that's pretty tight. But it's still written by Larry Hama. And if you guys don't know, Larry Hama is basically the guy behind all the writing and designing the G.I. Joe universe back in the 80s that a lot of us grew up with, a lot of us loved. So Larry Hama is still writing this book. I want to see it supported. I want to see it continue on. Larry Hama's getting up there in years, and I still like his writing. It still feels the same as when I read it back in the day. So G.I. Joe 309 is my third pick. The last one, first of all, it's a #1 issue. #2, it's Wolverine. And #3, it's Wolverine Revenge. But #3 is Wolverine Rides a Dinosaur. So if you want to see Wolverine ride a dinosaur, some tales, it's Wolverine Revenge #1. Written by Hickman also. Hickman is no slouch in the writing department. He's probably getting up there to some legendary status in a lot of people's minds. So Wolverine Revenge. So to review my picks, Wolverine Revenge #1. G.I. Joe 309, Archer and Armstrong #1, and Powerpuff Girls #2. Also, if you're looking for something different, or you are looking for something for young readers, I have some of these R.L. Stine. If you guys know who R.L. Stine was, it's who did all the Goosebumps stuff back in the day. But there are some R.L. Stine graphic novels which are great for young readers, young adults. And they're, spooky tales, R.L. Stine stuff. They're up here on the counter by the new comic books. But there's other cool stuff. There's Conan. There's a nice Thor, Walt Simonson cover. Ultimate Spider-Man drops this week. Thundercats, a whole bunch of good picks. But these are mine. So come down to Wizards Alley, 114 North St. Francis, Suite 200 in Wichita, Kansas. And we'd love to see you. Love to talk to you about comic books. But every Wednesday we'll be here. So thanks for watching.